right, we're back with On the Radar in our regular studio, and we got Arielle on the radar today. What's up? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. You know, congratulations because you just released a new single. And
did.
I'm not gonna lie to you, like I was playing it over and over again this morning.
Good.
Part of it was subconscious, but part of it also was just like it's just such a good record too.
Yeah.
And it has Safaree on it.
It does.
Which is super dope. Again, congratulations on
Thank
that.
you.
So tell me how like that all came about. Like how did you and how did this record like with Safaree happen?
DJ Scenario pretty much put it together. He orchestrated it, and I just showed up and did my
Shout out
part.
our guy Scenario.
Yeah, that was really it. I mean, he did a favor for us. He pulled through. So he made the beat, came into the studio, wrote to the beat, and yeah.
What was it like working with Safaree? Did he like come in and you got to hang out with him a little bit and talk to him about like his music and stuff like that, or what was that like?
I didn't really talk to him about his music because I was so focused on trying to finish my verse.
Okay.
Because he wrote his verse in like 10 minutes.
No way.
Yeah.
It was like some real crazy shit. Like you hear how like people knock out verses in like minutes, and he did his in like that.
I don't want to say it's what I expected, but I guess like for rappers, it's different than from singers.
Yeah, of course.
So in the beginning, I was just trying to like really focus on my verse, like
heavy.
Yeah. Because he wrote his verse in 10 minutes, and then he went in there, and I think he laid it like twice. He did it one time through, and then maybe like one other time through, and that was it. And I was just like,
he did like the one take, and then you're like, oh wow, he's a pro.
Yeah, he's a pro. Exactly.
That's dope. And I also heard you're getting radio spins out here. Also, congrats on that. That's super exciting. And I know you have another song, Magic, out, and that was your debut single. So how does it feel to like have all like to finally have like this big platform now? Like you're really like making noise out here.
It's dope, but I think for any new artist, you always like want more. So I'm definitely grateful. I'm excited for like what's to come. But I'm ready to record more songs, even better songs, and keep just grinding and pushing. And so I mean, it feels good.
Do you have a lot of songs in the stash, or?
I do, but it's not that song.
Right.
I'm looking for that song.
You're looking for the hit. You're looking for the hit record.
Yeah.
So do you? What constitutes like a record being up to your standards to like put out and share with the world?
Well, I think something that me and my manager are focusing on is like club records. Because as an R&B artist, I tend to have a lot of mid-tempo or slow songs, which is nothing wrong with that. I think luckily for female artists now or R&B artists, the slow songs are slowly coming back in, whether it be like a Summer Walker, like her whole project is a little slow, but it's dope, which opens more doors for people like myself. A lot of her stuff is slow, but to answer your question, what makes a record, I guess the hit record we're trying to get like.
Well, in your opinion,
Yeah. We're just trying to get like an upbeat, something that, DJs can play in the club without having to slow it down, something they can easily throw in the mix. So,
right.
And something people can dance to,
right.
Guys and girls.
Right. So you mentioned that, her and this new kind of like age of R&B artists. And that's something that I want to talk to you about is how do you think that they kind of like inspired the wave, or they brought back the wave, or was it kind of like always there? Because now you have like, you see her everywhere, you see SZA everywhere, you see what's another one off the top of my head?
I was thinking of somebody.
Yeah, no, I had like a whole list of names. I just blanked. But like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you have all these female R&B artists out now, and they're all kind of like they not that they don't have a similar sound. They all are kind of like in like their own lanes, but they all occupy the same space.
Right.
So did they like inspire? Did their music kind of like inspire your music, or?
I wouldn't say their music necessarily inspired my music, but I would say that it gave me like hope, because I think that every new artist is trying to like ride whatever the wave is, whatever formula is working. Everyone's trying to kind of go by that system. And I feel like for a long time, like slow R&B music kind of wasn't out. So now that Ella Mai's doing really well. That was it. That was it.
Yeah. That was it. That was off the top of the head. Yeah.
I feel like it will kind of allow other artists to do it. Like, okay, she's doing it. Maybe I can scoop my little slow song in there, or maybe I can do my little R&B thing or whatever.
I think it's so interesting when an artist like you comes across like my radar, because no pun intended, because like it's like like you said, like they don't inspire it, but like you can also occupy that same space as well, and you also have like your own different sound.
I can benefit from it.
Exactly, you can benefit from it. And like you said, you're not trying to do what some of them are doing, because I don't really consider Boot Up a club record. Some people might tend to differ. But like like Lean on Me, like that, I feel like is a club record. Like that's something that you could play in the club and dance to, and it'd be like a really dope vibe. So so with your music, do you think that you're gonna also try to make, like, not make your own Boot Up, but like make songs that are kind of like slower like that that people can listen to and vibe out to, or you're primarily focusing on like club records and like dance things that people can dance to?
I do want to focus on club records.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might be a smart move, but I feel like I'm also open to, like, vibey records too. It's no rules. If I go in the studio and it just so happens that I can get a slow. If we're vibing that day and it just so happens to be slower, I'm not going to turn it down just because it's slower. I think the idea is to get radio play. So with radio play, it tends to be faster than slower, but I'm not going to turn a vibe down or energy down.
Right.
If I go in the studio and it just happens to be slow, we're going to run with it.
Because if it feels right at the end of the day, that's what counts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're from North Carolina originally.
Yes.
So what was it like, making that move after school? Because I know you've been into a few different cities. You've been in ATL and then you came up here. So what was that kind of like period in your life like? Kind of getting to this point where you're in New York, you're making music, you're working, with like Safaree, Scenario, and you're just kind of like here.
It was different. I consider myself a country girl.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I didn't get that vibe off the rip, because like I hear, now that you said it, like I hear a little bit more of kind of like the southern accent, but off the jump I didn't really I didn't pay attention to it, or I didn't notice it.
I'm not super country like Mississippi or Alabama country, but I consider myself a southern girl, so I guess people consider the South like, oh, you country. So I mean, it was different. I think everything about the South is different, and coming here, I've been able to, like, I guess, appreciate just, I guess, New York and also the South. Like, living is different. It's much cheaper in the South.
Yeah, most definitely.
It's much cheaper in the South, but you also have space. Like, your dog can just, like, run outside, and you have grass. Like, that's normal.
Oh yeah, no. Here you gotta like park them on the curb and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So what's the music like compared to like up here? Because like I know you could talk about like the Southern country and stuff, like country music and stuff like that, but was there like a big change in like the way that you felt your sound was evolving when you came to New York versus when you were in the South?
Honestly, I think my sound has been pretty consistent. I don't really think that New York has changed my sound. So yeah, no.
No? So what can you tell me about working with on this new, well, there might be a video coming out soon, right? And a new EP at the top of the year. So what can you tell me about that?
It's going to be good.
It's going to be good? When can we expect it? Like beginning of like 2019 or?
Maybe February.
February? Is that like a hard date set?
It's no hard date set.
No hard date set?
No hard date set.
So is it gonna be like an EP or like a full fledged like kind of like debut project coming out?
I'm hoping to release an EP.
Got you.
Hoping to
Are
release
we gonna get some
EP.
more features?
You never know. As of right now, no. But as we continue to work, you never know.
That's dope. All right. Well, let everybody know where they can get your music, where they can find you on social media, all that good stuff.
You can find me on social media at Arielle, ARIELLE .TOOLE. That's my first dot last name, Arielle too.
And where can they get your music at?
Everywhere. Tidal, Spotify. Did I say Apple already? Apple. Anywhere. Any digital platform.
Dope.
You can find my music.
Dope. Thank you for coming. Congrats on the new record. It's Arielle on the radar, everybody. Let's go.